Now, people, the list that you see on the screen is of the infamous 3, meaning 3 dons from Spanish Town, St. Catherine, that was taken away in about 24 hours ago. I am going to speak about each of them individually, meaning Termite from Top Banks, Button Eye from Village, and Chubbs from Jones Avenue, Shelter Rock. The question is this: who is going to join this infamous list of 3 and make it 4 and make it 5 and make it more? Is it going to be that infamous character known as Thickman? And here is why I said it is only inevitable that he is going to be next or soon after. So we know the situation as it pertains to Termites from Top Banks took over after the demise of Blackman. He was extortionist gun runner. We saw that he lost his life controversially based on what the popo say. Some sorts of pie out, and people, the outcome, the rest is history. Truth and the fact, he was taken out in COLD-BLOOD. However, everybody and their mother knows that he was a cold ASS MOTHER FUCKER. So therefore, whenever one of those persons lose their life, we should be happy, unless, of course, you're the beneficiaries of crime, as in some of those persons in a Top Bank that were protesting, blocking the road. Now, people, the Popo put together a list of the amount of person that Mr. Termite took out from about 2019 until about 2024. At least 10 documented. So therefore, when you take away 10 persons in a span of about 5 years, that would make you somebody that is Kellogg's, meaning cereal. SHOOTERMURDERER. So therefore, he lost his life justifiably, even though it was not justifiably, if you get the point that I am trying to make. Now we get a little more history, a little more light has been shed on the person, Termites, Mr. Sheldon Walters, I think his last name is. We saw that he recently got married to a young lady, US citizen, lady that is ambitious, however, she like bad man. I gave you a history about this lady before in my previous video. You can check it out on this channel. We saw that he tried, based on information that is now out there, that he tried to go to Panama for exits to the United States, America. However, he was not successful. He was held at the border. People, like I told you in my previous video yesterday, him kind of fully done. So I guess when the immigrations and customs asked him question, his answers were not consistent. So therefore, them hold on upon him and them send him back, go to Jamaica. The thing is that based on the information that I am getting or that is out there privy to everybody on social media, is that he was also held as a part of the Klansman gang in about 2021. He was released because I guess lack of evidence or people would not testify. The grand jury did not come back and say yes, he was supposed to be indicted. So therefore he was out, continuing on what he does best, what is in his natural instinct, extort people, KILL people, the whole shebang from A to Z. Now, here's the thing as it pertains to Termites. Termite claim RM people, I must say, well, he was laying low. He decided that he was going to let go of the badness. He was actually going to migrate, like I said, that US citizen lady Kim. She filed for him and the paperwork, I guess they were going to put in the paperwork very soon. He tried to go through Panama and it did not work out. Him get deported back to Jamaica from whence he came. So people are claim say, well, in the kind of cool out. Well, people, if you call laying low, being stealth is being highlighted, the facts are these. Termite might not have been doing all of the MURDERS, the 10 MURDERS that the Popo CTOC is alleging that he is a person of interest or suspect in. But here's the thing and here's the fact. There's a picture on the screen. This man's name is Brian King, aka Kingman or Marlon King or BRYGO. He is said to be the hitman for Termite when Termite was laying low. So therefore, even if Termite did not do them himself, this man, based on inside information, is responsible for at least 5 of those 10. So people, if you get Termite 5 and you get the suit 5, and the fact that Termite orchestrated was the mastermind behind it, he is still guilty for at least 10 documented murders. So therefore, he got exactly what he deserved. So people, like I said, the writing was on the wall as it pertains to termites. It was decided by the Popo, the upper echelon, and CTOC that termite had to be terminated. And even though he was terminated in controversial means, like me say, whenever that DEATH warrant is signed and sealed, it is only inevitable. It is like the 10 Commandments. Therefore, it must happen. So therefore, he lost his life, justifiably so, controversially so. Within a couple of hours, an ex-man known in a central village, Joseph Campbell, like me tell you, I gave you the name of everybody. This man would be, of the 3, one of the person that laid more stealth than the other 2. And again, just like termites, he lost his life based on what the Popo said. There was some sorts of special operation. Upon reaching, this man, dipping him waist, take out him tool, fire off of the Popo RE turn, all sorts of FIRE and people. You know the cliche script. One man was found clutching onto some sorts of tool, trying to clutch onto his life. He was rushed, Turkle style, to the hospital. He lost his life. Like I said, this man was the most low-key of the 3. There are hardly any sorts of pictures out there on social media. Did not see the picture after he lost his life either. So therefore, you know that he was under the stealth. He was acting low-key. The third person, and most importantly, and pictures that we see out there along with that of termite when he was laying on his literal DEATH bed, is a man known as Charles McDonald, a.k.a. Chups. He is from Jones Avenue, Shelter Rock, to be specific. Now, people, again, isn't it sounding kind of weird and more than coincidental that a third person know that they are notorious, however, them get caught slipping, they make the Popo take them out in a some sorts of hail of FIRE. SHOOT out them call it. There are pictures of him laying on the ground with the tool right beside his hand. All sorts of BLOOD running out his nose, his ears, his eyes, such is the case as it pertains to termite. So therefore, they died just like the dog hearts that they are, DEAD, like some DAWG, in the streets. Justifiably so, all 3 of these personnels. So people, like I said, the theme of this video is who is going to be added to that infamous 3 lists. The 3 dons that lost their life under controversial mean, even though they were out there keeping up all sorts of FUC curry. We have to ask the question, how is it that these persons were not stealth? Was out there walking around with some sorts of highlighter around them. The Popo know about the case as it pertains to termite, at least 10 documented takeaway. However, this man can't seem to be locked up or contained in any of these jails or penal institution. Him bust the case as it pertains to Klansman in 2021. As it pertains to Chups, he was 3rd on the Spanish Town most wanted list. Them couldn't find none of these, lock up none of these in about 10 years or a decade or so. But people, like the saying goes, what can happen in a year, happen in a day. Whenever we can take the win, we can take the win. Because it seems as if the JCF and them kind of special, meaning like the Special Olympics. So the question that everybody inquiring minds want to know is who is going to be added to that Splash Brothers list, meaning people that get them brains and BLOOD splash out by CTOC, special app, JCF to be specific. And should in case you ask, who are the Splash Brothers? It is a dynasty from Golden State. May I talk about Steph Curry and also Klay Thompson that dominated the NBA for 3-4 titles. So therefore, I am just remixing it. Who I gonna get them brains splash out next? Now, when Termite lost his life, there was all kind of rumors circulating all over social media in the streets that this had to do something with TICKMAN. However, people, I am here to tell you, when it comes to TICKMAN and when it comes to termites, based on information that I am getting, it is said that this was an inside job from top banks. Pretty much before the wedding, this man Termite called some sort of high-level meeting with the top lieutenants in the gang. And he told them of his plan that he was going to migrate. Him tell them, and them know before, because he tried to make some sorts of run across the border. However, it came to a screeching halt when the immigration in Panama fling some sorts of monkey wrench in the program. So therefore, him come back. So they knew that he was going to get married. Some of them were actually at the wedding. So therefore, it is said that it is the same top lieutenant that are responsible. So therefore, he lost his life because of not because of friendly fire, because of CTOC fire. However, the motive or the person that set him up is his friends or friends turned enemy. But people, we should not be surprised as it pertains to these individuals because like them say, whenever you have a group of snakes congregating in a very small, limited space, as in Spanish Town, St. Catherine, they are only going to back STAB, bites, and also try to take out each other. We are talking about worse than crab in a barrel. We are talking about snake and crab in a barrel. Some sorts of snake and ladder. Whoever climb up at them are going to bring down next. So people, like I said, the writing has always been on the wall that it is the time for the Klansman and Spanish Town gangs to take a fall. Drop off of the seat like Humpty Dumpty, drop off of the wall. This is when at least 23 members, including Techa Miller, went to court the other day. This is when the doctor was also indicted. This is when Termite lost his life. This is when the next one lost his life. This is when Chups lost his life. So people, like me say, it is obvious that there is some sort of ethnic badman cleansing going on by CTOC. The other big name that is out there, he is called TICKMAN. Now people, TICKMAN has a whole bunch of political links. As a matter of fact, if you remember, probably about last year or so, there was some sort of double or triple takeaway and he was said to be a person of interest. All the bloggers, all the popo did call up him name. However, after it was realized that he had nothing to do with nothing, after somebody lost their life overseas and a couple other people lost their life in a Jamaica because of some sorts of reprisal. This man actually had the audacity to come on news in some sorts of interview by one of our media groups and said that he needs a public apology because he is a legal, law-abiding, tax-paying citizen. People, truth and the fact is that he has a whole bunch of political links. But people, if you know anything about the gang world and political links, they will just use you to get their power. However, as soon as the cleansing time comes, you are going to be a part of the list. You might not be the priority or top 3, but sooner or later it is only inevitable. Now, people, I don't want to seem as if I am some sorts of advisors for the DONS or the top KILLERS. I am not a statistician or a mathematician. However, what I do know is the law of probability and possibility, even better, karma. Especially when I've said before, the writing is always on the wall. Read the notice board. It is obvious that there is a takeout in plan for the whole Spanish town. All the Dons, clansmen, one order, whoever involved is going down and going down bad. And CTOC is not deciding, or the JCF is not deciding to hold any sorts of courts. Them already have Tesha Miller and 22 other office cumbelos in a jail. Them no want no more. They are tired of using taxpayers' money senselessly. So therefore, they are trying to take out your brain, take out your sense. So it is only going to be inevitable that Thickman is going to be next on the list. Unless, of course, there's some sort of divine intervention. Unless, of course, he has a whole bunch of names or a whole bunch of people that are backing him from the political side and people. We know that that is a fact. However, if I was a guessing man, I would say very, very soon, unless him take himself. CTOC, special up and the cops, them are going to take him out very, very soon. Fly high, fly low, sooner or later. Karma, the law of possibility and probability and common sense is going to make sense. So they're not going to try to waste any time in the courts, waste taxpayers' money. Them are going to make sure so them put it to an end. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. And last but not least, please subscribe to my next channel. It is called Jamaica Dancehall Source. I'll be pinning the link to that channel in the description of this video. Bless up.